Hi folks, today we're going to talk a little bit about how panels close into a frame on a shutter. So whether you have a wood shutter or a poly shutter, they're all going to have a panel and then they're going to be installed into a frame, typically unless you just order a panel only. So I'm going to explain to you how they actually close. So basically you're going to have the shutter panel here and it's going to be hinged on one side or the other of the shutter. This here is a single panel shutter, meaning it just has one panel, and this was hinged on the right, folds to the right. When you have a single panel, the shutter simply will be cut flat on the panel, nice and square, and then it will close into the frame, as so. And there's a magnet on the shutter, or a clip, depending on which one you order, that'll close against the frame. Now on the frame you'll see there's a little light block, okay? This one's installed on a wall, typically it would be installed on a window, this is just a sample. But there's a little light block here, so when the panel comes in, it helps take up that little needed gap between the frame and the panel. So as you see, when the shutter closes, you're going to have a little bit of operating clearance, and the light block goes behind there to help block out the light and stuff from the outside, okay? But what about when you have more than one panel, okay? As you see here, this little sample we have in our office, when we have two panels that close into each other, you don't want to have just two square cuts on the shutter because you'd have a big gap down the middle, okay? So what we do on this is we do what's called an astrigal. So one panel will close into the frame just like a single. The second panel will actually have this little piece here that's called an astrigal on it that when it closes over the other panel, seals out the light. I don't want to say seals out, but it definitely helps keep it out. So when you close that second panel, it'll take up that gap in between those panels because you do need some clearance for them to operate properly. And then the astrigal will just cover that up, okay? And that's how multi-panels close versus single panels. Thank you.